J is for Justice podcast.
Jay, I like your podcasts.
Roberta.
Hey guys, welcome back to J is for Justice. I'm your host, Jay. Hope you guys are having a very happy Memorial or Labor Day today. Today it is Labor Day here in the States. So I hope everybody is remembering the veterans in their lives and also having a nice, relaxing day. Hello, moderators and reverters and reverters. I wanted to come on and give you guys a little bit of what I found going on in the Placer County. Hello, CEO. Hello, Carrie. We haven't done our little intros lately. Hi, Nikki Stripper Poles and Heather J. Hi, sweetheart. It's good to see you. Glad you're here, Heather. Shell. Hello, Shell. Bella Brandy. Hello. Angie B. I was going to say, where's my Angie B? Who else do we have? Potato. You say potato. I say potato. Let's call the whole fucking thing off.
Woo-wee, that will scare somebody.
Lilia Clark. Hello. All righty. If I missed anybody, Muffin Top. Hello. If I missed anybody, thank you for being here. Lilia, you are the newest Roberter. Thank you so much. Stephen A., thank you for the rose. Thank you for the rose. Hey, Misfits. All right, Roberters. This is not exactly... Hello, Tracy. Thank you. Truth wins. Yeah, me too. Isn't that something? You guys are going to be blown. You're going to be mind blown. This is actually not really something that I'm happy to bring you, but I think it might make things make a little more sense as to what's going on in the Placer. And it's going to shed a lot of light on the feel there for pills and how they talk about pills and things like that. So this right here is a young man who died from a fentanyl overdose in Placer County. And his person that sold the pills was just put in jail and sentenced. Guess when? Guess when? September 3rd. September 3rd. Let's watch. There's probably going to be an ad.
A prison sentence handed down in a deadly case of fentanyl pills sold on social media in Placer County. Zach Didier was a 17-year-old senior at Whitney High School in Rockland. He was killed by taking one pill that he did not know contained fentanyl. A man was sentenced today to 17 years in prison for selling Didier that pill. But first, the judge heard emotional testimony from the victim's family and from the defendant. KCRA3's Lizzie Mitri was there.
Laura Didier says she didn't know exactly what she would say today until she actually got in the Placer County courtroom.
All rise.
That's when family members of 17-year-old Zach Didier got the chance to speak before the sentencing of Virgil Bordner for his role in Zach's death.
There are no words to describe what it does to a mother's heart. To see your baby and body back and kiss them for the last time.
I can't.
Zach was a senior at Whitney High School in Rockland. He died in December 2020 from a counterfeit pill laced with fentanyl, a pill Bordner's convicted of selling to Zach.
If I could take it back in a heartbeat and exchange my life for Zach's, I would. I never meant any harm to Zach.
Bordner says it was a mistake, but he told the Didier family he's deeply sorry.
I hope one day Zach's family can find it in your heart to forgive me. I want you to know I want you to know how terribly sorry I am for the role I played in this tragic accident.
As Bordner spoke, his family and Zach's family teared up.
It really touched my heart, thinking he's just trying to survive himself, but making a terrible mistake. And I do believe, as the saying goes, every saint has their past and every sinner has their future.
A judge sentenced the 22-year-old to 17 years in prison, and the Didier family left the courtroom today feeling a sense of relief.
Where I go directly from here is the cemetery.
To talk to Zach, Laura says, and to read the encouraging words on his headstone taken from a letter Zach wrote himself.
Always remember our friends, family, dogs, and potential we have in life. Good luck on whatever project you're working on right now. Don't forget to smile. Have the best day of your life.
She says Zach was everyone's cheerleader, and even in his death now, his words can continue to encourage others. The next step in the court case will now be to decide on restitution. So another hearing was set here for next month at the Placer County Courthouse to figure out how much Bordner may have to pay. In Roseville,
Y'all still think Ryan Upchurch is crazy? Hey, Lana Banana. You guys still think he's crazy? This happened in 2020. Now, I'm going to read through because there's some in this article that isn't in the video. But I want to preface this by saying when I found this article, I went to Google. For this case, Google is the devil because people are changing shit. You see, if you Google this boy's name, see, somebody doesn't want you to see who this kid is. So look what they did on the images. Hold on. If you look up Zach, oh my God. I swear it was different earlier. They're changing things, you guys. What I came across was a picture of Kiely's stepfather overlaid on this boy. And I almost threw up because these people, these crafty, clever people are messing with things. And I wish I could find, it wasn't like that. It was different when I first looked at it. So I don't know what they do. If it's like the first time you look, or if you just choose the right photo, I don't know. But I'm telling you, someone's playing games. And this kid is also real. So I think what they want you to think is that he's not real, and this really didn't happen. But I promise you, it did. You just saw the courtroom yourself. But anyways, when I Googled this kid's name earlier, it came up with a freaking beard on this child, and I almost threw up. Shame on you people out there doing that. So anyways, I want to scroll down to what his charges were. He pleaded no contest, including involuntary manslaughter and 2 counts of selling a controlled substance to a minor, and admitted the special allegation of inflicting great bodily injury. Now, pleading contest does not mean that Bordner has admitted guilt, just that he accepts the conviction. Now, interesting to me is that he just got sentenced and then this other dude just got arrested. Before the sentencing was announced, the mother, Laura, okay. Let's go down to the bottom because I want to see this. Okay, so here is another video. Now watch this. This kid's parents have started this call to action by coming forward about their son's overdose.
Now to our state of addiction coverage and a mission today to save lives and educate students about the risks of fentanyl.
Yeah, Brian Heap joining us right now with a message from two parents from Rockland.
Golston and Edie, sometimes the most powerful lessons in school don't come out of a book, and that was the case today for students in Folsom. Most teenagers have heard about Northern California's fentanyl crisis, but they hadn't heard about it quite like this. Amid the Monday bustle at Vista Del Lago High School, one face stood out from the rest. The face of 17-year-old Zachary Didier. As we reported, the Whitney High senior died of fentanyl poisoning last December. What he thought was a Percocet pill he bought from someone on Snapchat turned out to be a counterfeit, made with a lethal dose of the powerful painkiller fentanyl. Today, with concern and compassion in their eyes,
He got it through Snapchat. That was how he got the pill.
the school's student government team listened to Zach's parents share their heartbreaking story.
Much harder now than it was when I was your age.
I feel like it's making a difference. We got to speak to a lot of the students afterwards, and they're very emotional because they can see themselves in Zach, and that's why we feel like his story is so powerful.
As Chris and Laura Didier spoke, Zach was staring back at them, his face on every shirt in the room. Since their son's death, Chris and Laura have teamed with the nonprofit Song for Charlie.
She's heard about pills and those popular songs that she listens to, and she always wonders if something like that might ease her pain.
They're on a mission to make sure teens and parents get the message that just one pill can kill.
It's really playing Russian roulette with more than one bullet in a gun, and that's something that many just don't understand, that this is a very dangerous venture that they may consider trying.
I think topics like this are very hush-hush, and you wouldn't hear about parents or students talking about it because they might be ashamed even the thought of their child who could be so picture perfect doing something like that. But I think it's really amazing that they came out and spoke about it.
We have become influenced, and we become educated, and we shift that into becoming influencers, and we become educators. And by spreading awareness everywhere, that's how we can save lives.
Teenage lives move faster every day, but this day, at least a few pause to reflect on the tragic consequences of pills. And the work that the Didiers and other families are doing is making a difference. There was a big fentanyl awareness event over the weekend at the state capitol led by the Sacramento County District Attorney's Office. Still a lot of work to be done, though, because the DA says fentanyl has killed more people in Sacramento County in the last 18 months than gun-related homicides. Edie?
Wow. But Brian, what really came through there is that it sounds like the kids are listening, that, when we first started doing these stories, a lot of families just didn't even know this was a threat.
Yeah, it was interesting, Edie, because I was there today when Chris asked them, how many of you knew that you could get drugs or alcohol in this way through these social media apps? Yeah. Every hand went up in the room.
And another thing, too, Brian, while we have you, just more power to the parents. Chris and Laura, this is their mission now, and it's got to be so hard as we come up almost on the 1-year anniversary, but they are doing just a wonderful job.
This is who they are now. They are advocates full time now.
It's such important work. Brian, thank you.
And a select few are lucky enough to
Okay, so it's clearly a problem, and these parents clearly, have stepped up to the plate and put their son's death in the forefront to try to make a change. And then this right here is a map, okay? Here's your Nevada County, Nevada and Placer, okay? Placer, this is in 2020. There were 26 overdoses. In Nevada County, there were 18. In Sonoma County, over here by, I think this is over by Sacramento and all that shit, 102. 102 in this county. Now let's look down here at the age groups of those deaths. Look at this. 15 to 19-year-old, 250. 20 to 24-year-olds, 533. 15 to 19, you guys, 250 kids in 1 year. And then the next age bracket, like I said, 20 to 24 is 533. Then it moves up. 25 to 29 is the highest age group at 617 deaths in 2020. 578 for 30 to 34-year-olds, 457 in 35 to 39-year-olds, 331 in 40 to 44, and 306 in 45 to 49. These numbers to me are absolutely frightening. Because this is 2 years ago. Think about how much worse it's gotten in 2 years. Now, let's go down here and let's watch the mother's press conference after the sentencing. So we watched this. They did it immediately after. This has been since 2020. This was a friend of their son's, someone he knew. And the kid apologized and everything. And it's a horrible, horrible thing.
Thank you all so much for being here. I could never have imagined being on this path. Zach was incredible. He was such a good guy. So many of you here today knew him personally, knew what a giant heart he had, and how he always wanted to make the world a better place. He truly did that in his short 17 years. I get messages all the time from young people that tell me what a positive impact Zach had on their life. And he was the best son. In addition to Sam, of course, who's also here. My children are my world. And my world was shattered on December 27th of 2020. But from the moment that we had what no parent should go through, this community has been amazing. Placer has been incredible in just joining with us when we decided to be public. That was not an easy decision. At that time, there was not a lot of awareness about fentanyl and counterfeit pills. We got a lot of parent shaming and victim blaming. And it's really hard to decide if you're going to continue being public in the midst of that. But all I could think about were the faces of Zach's friends who were so blindsided by his death, who didn't understand the dangers that were out here, who didn't understand that they could encounter something so easily that could end their life so quickly. And that's what gets me up every day, doing this work, facing critics. But thankfully, I am overwhelmed with supportive people. They drown out every single critic. I'm so proud to be a part of this coalition that Placer has built to raise awareness. Two of the mothers that stand with us at these assemblies are here today. Laura Cullenton, who lost Spencer, beautiful Spencer, 20 years old. And Liz, who lost her beloved 20-year-old Cade. They get up every day just like me with a broken heart. But they do this work because we love our community. We love the kids here and the young adults here and everybody. But right now, the kids are especially vulnerable to this, and they need us. They need all of us to protect them and educate them and warn them. So I'll keep doing this work. I'm very relieved that this part is done. I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful to the judge who was always led his courtroom with tremendous respect and compassion for everybody in front of his bench. I'm grateful that I got to hear the words from the defendant. And if me acknowledging his comments and expressing gratitude for those comments helps him to lead a better life in the future, then he has those. I love you all so much, and I miss my son. And I'm just really full of gratitude right now today. Thank you.
No, he does not look like the tow truck guy. So these people faced a lot of shaming from other parents. Both Laura and Chris Didier said they faced a lot of shaming from other parents. Chris Didier said some parents falsely believe that Zach's death was connected to an addiction. Zach's death was not from an addiction. When addiction is connected to our story, the victim shaming creeps in and our message is lost. The message of the lethality of this drug and the deception behind it is lost. He's right. They want to just call his kid an addict. They just want to call his kid an addict. They don't want to say there's a problem. They want to say that he got hooked. They're sweeping it under the rug. Listen to this. Placer County Sheriff Wayne Wu, this is all he had to say, thanked the family for their efforts to bring awareness to this situation. The Didiers experienced every parent's worst nightmare. And unfortunately, that nightmare strikes families in Placer County all too often because of this fentanyl epidemic, Wu said.
Good morning. Hello and a happy Monday to you. I'm
that is it.
Tamara Burr.
That was his statement. That was his statement. So let's look at this next thing. This is going to give you some insight into who is standing behind these parents and who has stood behind these parents. Ooh, he does kind of look like that tow truck guy, doesn't he? Dude, what the heck? Quinny, I am so sorry. I can't believe how many people in chat have lost someone. Is it like pretty much everybody on this planet now knows one person? Okay, so let's read this. This is from Placer County. This is their actual county page. And they have this announcement on September 1st. On September 1st, the Honorable Judge Penny sentenced Virgil Xavier Bordner, age 22, to 17 years in the California Department of Corrections regarding the fentanyl death of local Rockland teen Zachary Didier. On July 12, 2022, Bordner pled to all charges regarding the fentanyl death of local Rockland teen Zachary Didier. Bordner pled to 3 charges, including involuntary manslaughter, 2 counts of selling a controlled substance to a minor, and admitted the special allegation of inflicting great bodily injury. The Didier family has been supported through this case process by the case prosecutor and a victim advocate from the Placer County District Attorney's Office Victim Services Unit. Dozens of family members, loved ones, and supporters were present at today's hearing. This office remains committed to holding dealers of this deadly drug accountable. Now, you would think that would be a statement from the sheriff. But if you keep reading, it says Placer County District Attorney Morgan Geyer. Through aggressive prosecution, countywide investigations, support from our local officials, partnership with our schools, and One Pill Can Kill Placer campaign, the participation and collaboration at every level to fight this epidemic will save lives. We will continue to seek justice for Zach and the Didier family, and all families affected by this fentanyl crisis at every level. So the district attorney's office is who was standing behind them, okay? Which I found interesting. Everyone should be standing behind them, right? The county also held a press conference following the hearing on efforts being taken outside of the courtroom to combat this fentanyl epidemic. Since the launch of the One Pill Can Kill Placer campaign in April, the county reports that it has hit 2 million impressions for the social media campaign. Over 242,000 impressions from movie theater PSA ads, spoken to over 12,000 students during school assemblies, and have had over 2,400 listeners on the county's One Pill Can Kill Placer podcast. The DA's office also partnered with Roseville Transit. Roseville is the key here. They put them on the transit buses in Roseville, as well as the county's treasurer tax collector to send 175,000 informational inserts in residents' tax bills. We are committed to use every resource at our disposal to combat this crisis that is taking the lives of so many young people in Placer County, said Placer County Vice Chair Jim Holmes. While it is a national crisis, the effort to eradicate these poison pills must occur at the grassroots level, and Placer County intends to lead the way with education, enhanced law enforcement, and stronger penalties for drug dealers. I want to extend my deepest thanks to the Didier family for their tireless advocacy on behalf of children and families across Placer County and the nation, said Dr. Rob Oldham, Director of Placer County Health and Human Services. We are working with our One Pill Can Kill Placer campaign partners to make sure every young person in Placer hears one simple message: don't take any pills that haven't been prescribed for you. And this made me think of her and Sammy, quote unquote, sharing drinks all night. Sharing drinks all night. But do you see anything about Wayne Wu on this county website saying anything? I mean, this is all the DA's office and Health and Human Services office of the county. Yeah. Thought that was interesting, eh? So you can see that on the Placer County website. And then I've got, let me see what this is. Oh, that's the same thing. Okay, I've got one more link. Is that the same one? It is. Shit. Hold on. Here it is. All right, so it brings us to current day, almost. I'm sure there's more shiz going on right now. But this is from... What date is this? Oh, this one is September 3rd. Sorry about that. The last one was September 1st. The sentencing was September 1st. This is September 3rd. Oh, absolutely. Hey, Clayton. I think so too, Clayton. Okay, so let's listen to this because this is on September 3rd. This is 2 days ago. Why isn't Placer County blasting this, guys? Why weren't they blasting this bust that just happened? Watch. I love that alligator in this video too. Oh, we got an ad. Ah!
Well, tens of thousands of fentanyl pills are off the streets in Placer County, and it's in part thanks to a canine deputy. The discovery was made during a routine traffic stop Monday. The sheriff's office says Canine Ruger alerted his handler to the driver's side
Go Ruger.
of the car, and that's where they say they found 50,000 fentanyl pills. 4 cell phones and cash were also seized from the vehicle. Both the driver and the passenger were arrested for possession and sale of narcotics.
Holy 50,000 pills during a routine traffic stop. Think they were watching you? Okay, let's see who got arrested. I love Ruger too. Ruger is a boss. Ruger is a boss. Brigido. Let's see who these clowns are. Brigido Lopez Beltran, 17 and 27, and Joe Quinn. I don't know how to say that name. I've been ragged on for not knowing how to say this name. Joaquin, I don't know how the fuck to say it. Mardueno, 32, were the two arrested. Let's see if we can find a picture of this guy. Nope, we're just going to see Cutie Ruger. Okay, here's a little more information. A Placer County Sheriff's Office deputy and canine recovered a total of 50,000 fentanyl pills during a traffic stop in North Auburn. Let's see where that is. I'm not familiar with North Auburn, so I got to look it up. Okay. So it looks like it's west. Oh, look. There's Sacramento. Here's where they were pulled over, North Auburn. Here's Truckee. See that? Huh. See that? So close. Here's Roseville, just outside of Sacramento. And here's Truckee. Okay, so then let's see. Where was I? Okay, approximately 1:35 p.m. on August 29th. So this happened on the 29th, and they released it on the 1st. A PCSO deputy held a traffic stop on eastbound I-80 at Maple Street exit. They were on the freeway. They were on the freeway. I don't know which way they were eastbound I-80. So eastbound, they were heading into Truckee, y'all. They were heading into the county because, look, they were on I-80. These fuckers. They were on I-80 here. And they were heading east. They were heading into frickin' Truckee with those pills. Oh, I'm glad you like the doggy cam. That's Bella. She's sleeping. Thank you for becoming a reverter, John Flannery. Welcome. Okay, now let's go back to here. During this stop, K9 Ruger, who is certified in detecting narcotics, alerted the deputy to the driver's side of the car that was pulled over. The driver's seat was searched, and 5 aluminum foil packages that were vacuum sealed with plastic were found. A blue-green M30 tablets, which are commonly known as fentanyl pills, were seen in parts of the package. After further investigation, the deputy determined that each package contained about 10,000 pills, which amounted to a total of 50,000. 4 cell phones were also located inside the car. 4. Along with $898 worth of cash in the driver's wallet and $105 from the passenger. Let's look at Brigido Lopez Beltran. No pictures of him. I'd have to look up on probably Placer County or something. Is there like search for Placer County Jail? And then we also have that Nate kid that was also arrested on August the 13th. Can you locate an inmate in here or no? Oh, here's the booking report right here. What? I can't open it. What is this? Ugh. I want to see what these guys look like. Oh.
Running a business takes passion, persistence, and a perpetual focus on performance.
Wow. I think they've been trying to really sweep this problem under the rug for some time. Well, that's what I think.
Colored fentanyl that is targeting minors. The county says they have seen a 450% increase in fentanyl deaths since 2018. ABC 10's Bridget Biorlo is live in the studio tonight. And Bridget, you spoke to a mother who lost her son to fentanyl?
That's right, Chris. And it comes at a time when nearly half the people who die from fentanyl in Placer County are under 25 years old. Much of it is being advertised to teens on social media places like Snapchat. And many parents, like the one you're about to meet tonight, don't know this is even happening. And some teens, like her son, pay a deadly price.
Day and age of experimentation being relatively harmless is over. It's Russian roulette out there. You might try something and it's your first or second time, and that's all it takes.
And one counterfeit pill laced with fentanyl was all it took to kill Laura Didier's 17-year-old son, Zach, in 2020. At the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, a bright-eyed senior of Whitney High School in Rockland purchased what he thought was Percocet marketed on Snapchat to cope with stress, a decision that would cost him his young, promising life.
I wish I would have known about fentanyl. I wish I would have known that that needed to be part of any drug conversation that we had. I really believe he would have made a different choice if he'd really understood what was out there.
Now, dealers are taking a new approach to appeal to young people like Zach, with this rainbow-colored fentanyl making its rounds in Placer County.
We are in epidemic proportions of the fentanyl crisis.
The district attorney says the colorful drug is just as deadly as the white powder. All it takes is 2 milligrams, a pinch the size of this penny.
We will continue to hold dealers accountable, but really the messages have to start with the parents and the kids and have discussions about what is affecting kids and what is creating a desire to want to experiment with ultimately deadly street drugs.
He says the county saw a 450% increase in fentanyl deaths since 2018, with the deadly drug even discovered in some marijuana and vaping products. All the more reason that Laura says open conversations about the dangers need to be had early and often, because doing so may have kept her son alive.
I know he won't be forgotten, and I know he'd want us to help other people. You know, I know that's what he would want us to do, not want us to know all of this and not warn other kids his age.
Local counties are trying to crack down on this and make an example of dealers who target kids online.
It's not Nate Ashby. That's not the name. I know it starts with a C. You need the zip code for where the county jail is? Okay.
This is a vault
that morning.
11. Sorry, I didn't mean to scream in y'all's ear. Let's look up Joaquin Mardueno. Joaquin Mardueno. Thank you, Zuli. Let's look up Nathaniel. "20-year-old facing murder, felony drug charges after Roseville 15-year-old's fentanyl poisoning." Let's watch.
Barely showing his face during his first court appearance via video call, Nathaniel Kabakungan went before a Placer County Superior Court judge to hear the murder and felony drug charges he faces.
These cases highlight those dangers and the importance of knowing the risks of these counterfeit pills and the fentanyl that's available on our streets.
The Placer County District Attorney saying the defendant is responsible for a Roseville 15-year-old's fentanyl-related death.
Wait. What? Look at, he has moles. Why is he hiding his face?
for a Roseville 15-year-old's fentanyl-related death. Roseville police say the girl was found dead back on June 21st.
We are in an epidemic, and I mean that in every sense of the word. Fentanyl is everywhere, particularly with our youth. They are dying. It is accessible. It is everywhere.
Rob Hasty of Roseville Joint Union High School District agrees.
Working in schools, I see how it impacts families that we work with, how it impacts the kids on our campus that it's their best friend whose life was taken.
In his role, Hasty oversees safety among students and staff district-wide, and he's witnessed how fentanyl has taken a dramatic toll in the community.
We like to think that our community is, sheltered and protected from this stuff, but unfortunately we're not.
According to the CDC, fentanyl is now the #1 cause of death among 18 to 45-year-olds in the United States. The DA's office says in 2020, 24 Placer County residents died from fentanyl poisoning, and nearly half of them were under 25, marking a 700% increase over 2019 numbers.
I don't know that a lot of families really understand just how potent fentanyl is, and if a small amount gets into any pill that somebody would ingest, it has the potential to be lethal.
Community leaders like Hasty hoping their awareness-raising efforts reach families region-wide.
It's not a scare tactic or intended to scare anybody. It's about educating and saying, be safe, be smart, because we value your life. You're a part of our community, and we value you.
The Roseville teenager's death, a tragic reminder of one such valued life, now gone.
We've seen a number of these cases, as with all of them, the victim's family is devastated.
Melanie Wingo, KCRA 3 News.
The Placer County DA says that Nathaniel Kabakungan is set to be back in court next week to enter a plea. In the meantime, he's in jail being held without bail.
Kabakungan, someone who lives out there. You guys all need to go to his hearing, and you need to be there. Go see him if you live there. Go see. Check this out. This is... All right, let's go back. I want to go back and look at him. Hold on. Let's go back and look at him. Those shifty ass eyes. Ew. Scary.
Parents via video call. Nathaniel Kabakungan went before a Placer County Superior Court judge to hear the murder and felony drug charges he faces.
These cases highlight those dangers and the importance of...
Look how shifty he is. Look at his eyes. Ew. I don't see any marks, but he's obviously...
Defendant is responsible for
covering most of his face. All right, let's see if we can find any other videos of him as well. But look at this first. I wish I could see his whole face. We're going to find his whole face. Hold on. One thing at a time. Okay. Yeah, those shifty ass eyes. Could this be him at the press conference at the rec center? Could this be the same dude? Hair's shorter. But the witness that was talking said he had a little bit of hair sticking out of his hat. He could have cut his hair. So he was picked up right after Kiely was reported missing, within a few days. And you guys, there's a lot of fake shit. There's a lot of fake shit out there that you're going to see. Be careful of your sources, because these creeps are doing shifty things. There's the moles. You got a big one up here. You got several on the forehead. I see one down here under the eye. So Let's see if there's other video of this hearing, and maybe I would have been like the judge. I would have been like, son, sit up straight. He was picked up in Reno on the same day Jagger and Kate had their news interview. Yikes. No, Zav doesn't do fake stuff, Scott. Zav does not do fake stuff. I've never seen her do anything fake. Kiely missing 8-6, 8-9 to 11 were the interviews and pep rally. Then Nathaniel arrested 8-13. There's a little reminder. No, I have not seen that. Jay, have you seen the documentary on Auburn and Placer County called Everyone Counts? Very interesting on YouTube. Make sure what you're seeing though is real and not fabricated. You really got to be careful with what you believe and what you... Joaquin, thank you. I've always had a problem with that name. I can't say it. Why do I think Ellie has probably been so hush-hush? I think because they're doing their job. Oh, yeah, his mugshot. All right. Barely showing his face. Barely showing his face during his first court appearance via video call on Friday. Nathaniel Kabakungan went before a Placer County Superior Court judge. He is charged with murder and felony drug charges. 15 years old. Wow. So I would have to assume that he's ratting other people out. The FBI was there. They pulled these 2 other guys over who were getting ready. We're doing a drug run. Who's this guy? Let's see here. And boy, that courtroom was empty, wasn't it? What's this? Roberta, welcome to Roberta. Welcome, Barb.
Felony drug charges he faces.
These cases highlight those dangers and the importance of knowing working in.
This is the same report.
Roseville 15-year-old.
Look at his eyeballs.
Like saying the defendant is responsible for a Roseville 15-year-old.
Too coincidental, in my opinion. We just went over that, Casey. Isn't that crazy? But it seems like everybody's trying to fix this, but where is the sheriff of the county? My audio is breaking up. I was fast forwarding, that's why.
School district agrees.
Working in schools, I see how it impacts families that we work with, how it impacts the kids on our campus that it's their best friend whose life was taken.
In his role, Hasty oversees safety among students and staff district-wide, and he's witnessed how fentanyl has taken a dramatic toll in the community.
We like to think that our community is, sheltered and protected from this stuff, but unfortunately we're not.
According to the CDC, fentanyl is now the #1 cause of death, hoping there...
Oh, there he is. There he is. There's his face.
All of them, the victim's family is devastated.
Melanie Wingo.
Let me try to get a better one.
KCRA 3 News.
Oh, shit. There he is. There you are, Nathaniel. I will look into Woo. I will look into all that. I'm just not going to do it live. I'll look into it offline, see what I can find. Let's see here what we've got. Here's Nathaniel in court. I don't know. I don't think he looks the same. The nose is not the same at all. No, he is not any Grady Judd, that's for sure. Okay, Mel. Little fucker. I don't think that's the same kid, though. Whoa, what the? Is this picture, Mal, of him in the hat, is that recent or is that old? Because he looks young. Is this the 22-year-old with the hat on in the car? You think it looks more like bucket hat? Ooh, now that's an idea. That's quite possible. Let's make this a tad bit bigger. These two could be buddies. I mean, they do end up standing by one another. So I don't know. Let me see if I can pull up the other one that I screenshotted of Nathaniel. I got two of them, so let's see. Yeah, his nose is different. At least it looks like it here. Boy, is he shifty, though. Yes, WJW Willow. At the very least, I believe it shows as to why the FBI has been there since day one, babysitter, to make sure we have no more cover-up corruption. A lot of cops are involved. Yes. Yeah, I mean, you guys, I don't know. It's so blurry. It's really hard for me to just determine. But at any rate, this is Nathaniel, straight from court cam. Straight from court cam. What a piece of shit. What a piece of shit.
What you are witnessing is real. The participants are not actors.
This is the 22-year-old. Okay. This is the 22-year-old that got arrested. Oh shit, Ryan put out a new video. This is Hakeem. And he's wearing a San Francisco t-shirt. Remember, we heard about the San Francisco hat? Remember? There you go. There's Hakeem, who was making a drug run with 50,000 fentanyl pills coming straight at you from San Francisco. Well, let me see who the other guy is. Lots of shady friends on the Facebook, too. Yikes, Ashley. And let me tell you, a couple of them are wearing black San Fran hats. Let me see who this is. Hold on. Oh, shit. My dogs are going to go nuts. Oops. Here I am. So, let me go back to chat. I lost you guys. I have too much open. He's in a picture, this Hakeem or whatever, also with a baby. I don't know if he has a baby or if it's like his nephew or something, but this shit, you guys, I think that we need to realize that law enforcement is definitely involved. Like, they're doing stuff, not involved, but doing stuff. The FBI, rather, they're getting these pieces of shit, but it takes time. I mean, this is definite movement. 50,000 pills from this dude and another guy. This dude's behind bars for killing another 15-year-old. And this kid was just hanging out in Bucket Hat. We're hanging out at the press conference, and we've never seen them since. And he matches the description of tow truck guy that he gives. So, let's see. He's 32. I wonder if that's a recent picture, though, my alligator. He looks really young there. But at any rate, that's him. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. I haven't been looking. Let me slow it down. My bad. Oops. All right. Sorry. I don't know what I just did. Oh, it turned on subscribers for 1 minute or more. There's a picture of that Rodni make-believe guy up church discovered. Where is that at? Where's the picture of the Rodni that he discovered? Joaquin. This is Joaquin. Joaquin was just arrested 2 days ago for transporting 50,000 pills of fentanyl into that county. Where's he getting them from? It doesn't stop with Hakeem. So, and you know, it reminded me too when we watched that hearing of the kid who, killed that Zach kid with a pill. And he's sitting there having to apologize to the parents. Why do I see this maybe coming up in other kids' futures? And the quieter that they stay and don't cooperate, the worse it's going to be. You know how that shit goes. You give the FBI a hard time or you cooperate, two totally different outcomes, I'm sure. Hey, Gonzo. Gonzo. Love me some real Gonzo. Give Gonzo some love. Gonzo is out there searching for missing people. He does good deeds. He's a good man. Everybody should subscribe to Real Gonzo, even though he's not. He doesn't tout himself as a YouTuber, but Gonzo, you are one unique character, and I think that everybody that, you know, that you touch, really, you make a difference. I have a lot of respect for you, Gonzo. Yeah, you don't want to give the FBI a hard time. So, hey, CEO. Oh, you count too, CEO. I'm glad 50,000 are off the street too. So now they have these two scum buckets off the streets, and now they can get them to talk, and you'll see more arrests. But see, they're not like announcing this stuff. They're not, oh shit, this is who was reaching out to Upchurch. Oh my God. Here we go. I think that Nathaniel was the one reaching out to Upchurch. Check it. And you guys are like, is this Upchurch's second channel? You guys, it's all coming together like a big puzzle. Oh, who's this guy? This is the fake Ronnie. Ah, doesn't he look kind of like this dude here? And a little bit like Bucket Hat. Maybe. I'm not sure. What do you guys think? You think he resembles Bucket Hat? Or no? Maybe not. It's hard to say because the angle and the Bucket Hat, I'm not good at that stuff. So there's fake Ronnie, and then there's Nathaniel. But I don't think he's Bucket Hat either, you guys. But I definitely think he looks like Nathaniel. And now I need to go back because I didn't watch those videos. I didn't watch those videos about the fake Ronnie. So now I've got my own homework to do tonight so that I know what I'm talking about when I cover this. I think this is the guy, the same guy though. Yeah, they look the same. Yeah, they do, Mel. They do, Mel. I'm sure Ryan knows this. Clayton, are you still here? Nathaniel's last name is Kabakunkin. Oh, he said his name was Milo. Oh, this is Milo. Milo. See, I didn't watch that shit, so I'm going to have to go watch it. Bucket Hat looks like the three people in the background of TV interview with Jagger and Kate. Yeah, he does. I don't have that picture anymore. Thank you, Gonzo. I'm just happy to hear that these 50,000 fentanyl pills are off the streets. That is really good news. Xana May's husband or relative, really? JB, you got to stand down. Penny Patton Westhuse. Bucket Hat. Oh, I already read that. Thank you, Penny. Has Myro been seen since Nate's been locked up? I don't know. It might be a drop in a bucket, but it is the beginning. Yeah, Apple, welcome to Ryan's second channel.
Roberta.
No, JT, I don't think that at all. I think that this is a drug bust, a big, huge drug bust. No, that's the same guy that's in jail. It's the same guy that's in jail. Yep. Welcome to Ryan Upchurch Part 2. I mean, really? A lot of people don't like what we're talking about. A lot of people don't like that we're showing this shit. They don't want this shown. Because there's other people involved in selling these guys and giving these guys the drugs. And they have to start somewhere. Hey, Clayton, what do you think of this? Do you think this is the same guy, Clayton? And Clayton, I'm going to text you and see if you want to do a live with me tomorrow. Because I'm going to watch a lot of Ryan's videos. Because I haven't watched anything about this Milo or the fake Ronnie. No odds. I think she passed away. And that's what is lighting a fire under the ass. And they were trying maybe to cover it up. They were trying to maybe cover it up because they told Adventures with Purpose they'd already searched there and used, you know, this extensive man hours, which they will bill for. Myro? I thought you were saying it like Scooby-Doo, like being funny. It's really Myro, not Milo. I mean, these things take time. Yeah, it's him. I don't know who's in here saying it's not. What lady in the pink dress? What are you talking about? Hang on. This? I don't have any lady in a pink dress. This is just a screen cap. I got your email, though. I just don't know what you're talking about. You're going to have to, like, screenshot it. Yeah, I mean, now there's 2 dead kids. Oh, shit, Carrie. I hope you didn't have eggs in there. I did that one time, left it boiling with eggs. Alligator, let me fire it up. I left it with eggs, and they burned, and my smoke alarms went off and shit. It was scary. Okay, let's see. I am going to fire up the phone line because Alligator wants to call in for a second and clear something up. I'm going to... All right, hold on, Mal. I'm going to text it to you right now. Right meow. Give me a second. Don't call yet, Mal. Wait till I tell you. Is in here with the pig snout. All right, Mal, I'm good. What? I plead the fifth? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Myro and Nate's voices are different. Oh, because that means something. People use voice changers.
Call from Maligator. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Mal?
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Okay, so we're good. Everybody can hear you. What's up? What'd you want to
Okay.
clarify for me?
Okay, so 2 things. The one guy that's in the round picture, he's a 32-year-old. The other guy doesn't have a photo, but they are from Mexico because I found their stuff.
This
Now,
guy here?
The guy?
Hakeem?
Yes.
Okay.
He's a 32-year-old. Okay. So now the guy that I just sent you, he was calling and texting Upchurch on a live.
This guy.
And he said, yes, he said his name was Myro. Well, I'm not kidding you.
Myro.
So then when...
And it would have been mine if it hadn't been for those meddling kids.
He researched Ronnie. Underneath Ronnie's description in his Instagram or whatever, it said Ronnie Jones, but then underneath said Myro. So that's why he kept saying Ronnie was fake, because Ronnie put Myro, which Ronnie said live that he did it just because to piss off Upchurch. But this is the Myro guy that was calling Upchurch talking about the party and that Ronnie was fake. But now that you just, like, when you put this guy that just got arrested up, I was like, gosh, I've seen, he kind of looks familiar. And then I was like, he kind of looks like the Myro guy.
Yeah, pretty similar, huh? I mean, the shape of the head, the hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's looking
I
down.
don't know this.
Is there
I don't
any
know
of
this
him
guy
looking
from-
up? Is he on a video on Upchurch's or?
This is, yeah, he sent a picture to Upchurch, and that's when Upchurch went, you're going to have to watch that. I mean, not that I'm saying
So
I
do
believe
we
everything
think-
Upchurch says, but this guy does look very similar. to
Yeah,
him.
I mean, it's really uncanny, honestly, I think.
I mean, that was the first person I thought of when you put the picture up.
Yeah.
I had to go back through all my stuff, and I'm like, why do I know this face?
You know what?
And
I
kind of resembles him.
It's funny because I haven't even watched those videos yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
so I'm not saying it is or it isn't, so everybody just calm down. But I'm just saying it is kind of odd.
No, it is.
And
It's
he just
very
happened to call in over the Kiely case. It was just kind of weird to me.
odd. Okay. No, thanks for clearing that up. Because so that one guy is the 32-year-old, and then the other one doesn't have a pic, the 22-year-old.
No, he doesn't have photos, but for family wise and stuff, yeah, they're from Mexico.
Interesting.
So they were coming from Mexico with them.
Unbelievable.
The 50,
and you know,
the
the
50,000
50,000, it sounds like a lot, but man, they got to start somewhere. And if it's with this, they start with the smaller guys and work their way up. And it's kind of scary, you know, because above all these shitheads are some big people with a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and at this point, everyone's saying, what does this have to do with Kiely? It has to do a lot with her. When these parties and they're talking about 400 plus people and the amount of drugs that were going on, this easily could have happened to Kiely or any one of them kids.
Absolutely. So. Yeah. I mean, it definitely doesn't discriminate. Oh, and remember there was a beautiful Hispanic party going on that night too.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yes. Yeah.
Gross.
Yes. Yes. Okay, I'm going to go.
All right.
Yes, I
love
just
you,
wanted
girl.
to let you know what it was about. Okay, I love you. Bye.
All right. Love you. Bye. All right. So listen, our boy Clayton just had a really good idea. Do you want to do that tomorrow, Clayton? He says he's good whenever. All right. So it is official. I'm going to end this here. I want to keep this focused so that when people replay, they're on, they're getting the right information. So let's go ahead and end this. But tomorrow, Clayton and I are going to do live reaction to Upchurch's videos. So we're going to play Upchurch's videos, and you're going to have myself and Clayton doing live reactions. Can't wait, Clayton. That's an awesome idea. So we're going to get this is going to be Up Church part 2 or 3 or 4. And we will decipher through it. I think that because I haven't watched them and I'm going to watch them anyways. So I think, Clayton, I like the way you think, brother. I really, really do.
Roberta.
Donut Queen, did she really? If you haven't seen it, did you guys see that Xana May was in the news or whatever for bringing her quote unquote family here? Thank you, Alexis P. I like Clayton too. He's very reasonable. A good guy, that Clayton is. All right, you guys. We're going to end this here. You guys dance it out. And Cooper, I ain't playing with you. I don't fuck with you, K. Cooper. Not funny. Not funny. See, these assholes are making fake names and fake Facebooks with someone that I know that passed away. That should tell you something. That should tell you something about the people that are behind this. Okay? I know someone who was 16 and passed away, and that name was using her first initial and her last name. And also a Facebook was made in the deceased 16-year-old's account, and then they sent the profile to me. So whoever's doing this shit can go fuck themselves with a cactus. And that's the way I feel about it.
Directly off.
So they'll get theirs. Karma always comes around. It really does. You stay on the straight and narrow and you do what's right, you'll end up okay. So you guys dance this motherfucker out. I love you guys. I love my Robertolinos. I love my mods. I love.
Ooh, that will scare somebody.
You guys are great. And we'll get an event up for Clayton and I, and we will do our live reactions tomorrow.
Gotta be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean. Earn your keep.
Moderators, mount up, motherfuckers.
I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Feel something real, but I'm feeling differently. You're making plans to get to friends, but don't wanna face the fact that I ain't got time, I ain't got time, I ain't got time for that. Staying up late, sleeping all day, dreaming about Cadillacs. Buying new shoes, hanging by the pool.